Hello, hello. Wendy here with Holistic and Well. This is my first time live streaming, so I feel super awkward trying to figure this out. We are here today. Well, first of all, Wendy, Holistic and Well. This is kind of where mental health and traveling kind of meet each other. I have been enjoying van life for about 3 months now, and just reached 100. I think I'm at 113 subscribers. So I am excited about that. And I wanted to celebrate, woohoo, by doing a live van tour and answering any questions that might be burning in your mind. So I plan on being down at the beach, but again, because I am trying to figure out the whole live thing. Who would have known that YouTube won't live stream if you have less than 1,000 subscribers? So that's a little irritating. But figured it out. Here we are. So we'll do a quick tour. And I'm trying to figure this out. All right, got the good cabin here. So I have a 2002 GMC Savana. Actually, I think I'm gonna go outside for a minute and give you a tour of the outside too. GMC Savana. When I bought her, she had about 112,000 miles on her. So she's got the high top. I loved the windows. Had a little bit of a ding before I left town. So that's her Marilyn Monroe mole. There's my co-pilot, Blue, up there. I need to go to the car wash, something terrible. But that's the outside. Yeah, fender got a little beat up too. But I said, you know what? I don't want to look super cute as I'm driving around and parking, because I really don't want folks to know I'm in there and I'm being stealth. So I'm okay. So that's from the outside. We've got the butterfly doors in the back. I'll give you a little... It might help if I unlock the door first. Let's unlock the doors. Blue always waiting for his snacks. All right. Let's do the outside. The back. All right, so the butterfly doors. I got the Beware of Dog on there, hoping that folks will not mess with me. All right, so this is the view from the back. Now, those of you that have been following me know that I initially had the bed all the way across. There's Lola. So I've got dirty clothes, my yoga mat. This is my jewelry making stuff, because I am actually making some bracelets later today. This is my personals bag for when I go to the gym or just to hold everything. And of course, my cooler. This is a really good cooler. It's about 3 inches thick. That's baking soda. Got the screw on the other side. Then of course I hang my my lawn chair, which holds up my towel, beach chair. And then I did add these inserts to the back, so I didn't have to do that every night when I parked. And I love those. I did cut a shoe holder, the over-the-door shoe holder. I cut that in half, put my own grommets in there. I think you can see those. Put my own grommets in there, and I've just got it hanging on the frame. And then I've got her Lola's kennel. I don't think you can see. I'll do it from the inside. But this is just 3/4 plywood, and then 2x4s were used to make the legs. So we'll go ahead and close this up, and we will head back in. Hey, good message. Can we just coexist? All right, another sticker. It was a pack of 2, so what the heck. All right, so again, we've got the butterfly doors. Now, if you saw my other video about my van life essentials, my broom gets a lot of wear and tear. Found this really cool collapsible trash can. It fit great right here. Very, very nice to be able to keep your trash in one central place, and I just kind of unload that on a daily basis at the park or something. Now, I probably need to shut my door because somebody doesn't know how to use positive choices when I always have to make sure and turn this light off, otherwise it will drain my battery. All right, so again, the cab, and I bought this really great sunshade. It's black on one side, which I really like, and then silver on the other. So I open it to where the black is on the outside, so I am literally stealth. And then I've got 2 window inserts that go in. So this whole area is blacked out. The 2 windows and the windshield are all blacked out at night, which is really nice because then it helps to extend the space. And I usually put my heater right there where my Jackery is, and I've got it hooked up to my propane tank. So that's nice when I have my heater right there in the middle, and it can just kind of blow out my heat at night or in the morning when I am knocking the chill off. Now, I originally set it up to where I could use this curtain to black out, and it's nice to black out, but then it makes the space feel smaller because, of course, I lose all of the cab space. So I really haven't been using the blackout curtain, but I kept it up. All right, moving on. So when I first started this journey, now this is where all my clothes are. When I first started this journey, I had pretty much like cooking stuff and just extra stuff up there that I really didn't use all the time. So as I began to figure out that I get pissed off every time I have to move one thing to get to another thing to get to another thing. So I ended up just utilizing, and I apologize for the camera jumping around. I'm trying to do this one-handed. I will get better because this will not be my first live. But I use these packing cubes. I had a couple, and then I ordered this set of 4 off of Amazon, and they're huge. As you can see, they're like 11 by 17 maybe. But these have been great to be able to pack all my clothes in and be able to store them up here. And I also store my shades for the windows, the 2 side windows, and then I've got 2 shades that go in here. And I just made them out of the same material that again, I apologize for the camera. I just made them out of the same material. I actually sewed these at home, but I made them out of the same material that I made my curtains, because I'm kind of a girly girl and aesthetics are important to me. So you've got the curtain on one side and then the blackout is on the other. And I put Velcro right here and right there so that they would stay. So even when I open the windows, it stays. Now, of course, that lets light in. If somebody really wanted to look in, they could, but you know what? They probably should get a life. So store all of my clothing up here which is super easy because when I do laundry, I can just put everything up. When I get dressed, it's all right there, and I'm not trying to dig under the bed, because if you remember, again, if you have been following me, I had my bed, the length right here, and then I had those rolling tubs under there. And let me tell you, it was a pain in the ass to try to get dressed or put on clothes. So that is what, I'll put that up there for now. That's what I do to store my clothes. So up here on the top, now when I got this van, it was already totally gutted out. And if you go back on some of my old videos, you can see where this was all metal. So I just took these 1x4s and I was able to get them screwed up there, and that was an experience. But it has created like a ledge. And I did it on that side, and then I did it on this side as well. So on this side, I have got mostly my books I need for my clients, books I'm reading. I've got one of my huge crystals up here, suck up toxic vibes. And so I've just got all my books on this side, my meditation beads, and just kind of added a couple of extra little things because, again, I really like my aesthetics to look nice. Now, one of the things I said that I was going to do when I went on this journey is I wasn't going to buy a whole bunch of extra stuff. So this was actually a mirror I had in my bathroom at my place. And I love it because it's got the magnifying and it's got the regular, but it just screws up there. And so I basically can now sit on my bed right here. And if I want to do makeup or hair, it's right there. And then also with the fan. This has been great. This runs off of the cigarette lighter, the 12 volt. And it is awesome. It's got 3 settings. It's got a timer. And it has been instrumental in keeping me cool. So we got back here. This is just a little pocket that I throw sweatshirts and sweaters up into. This back here, this is actually the fiberglass of the inside of the van. It was, and again, if you go back to my older videos, you'll see it was like a obnoxious baby shit brown. It was horrible. So I just found some marine paint, and I painted that fiberglass so that it just kind of has a continuity with the gray. And I think it came out really nice. I was able to get back in those nooks a little bit, but not a lot. So now this was already here. When they stripped the van, they left this little cubby right here. So I was able to find these 2 plastic tubs, and I like them because look, they have a little smiley face on them, which I didn't notice until I bought them. They're cute. So I just put, I've got like jewelry and makeup and just extra stuff that I don't use all the time, but it's easy to get to. And again, that was in my place when I moved. So I used a couple screws to wedge it up there. And I like it. Because sometimes we need to have a reminder to enjoy the journey. We get caught up in what the journey is going to look like, but we get lost in it all. Hey, Jim. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. Hey, and if you guys have any questions as I'm going through this, please don't hesitate to ask me, because let me tell you, I watched lots and lots of van life videos to figure out what life was going to look like. All right, so keep it moving. This is another little cubby similar to that one over there. And I think that might be personals. And then I've got like a backpack and something else over there. And then I've got, this is like, I think my makeup bag. Personals I use frequently that I don't keep in my other bag. And then, of course, we move to now the snacks. And the thing I have to keep in mind when I store things up here is that it gets super hot. So when the sun is out, clear, and it gets above 70, this all gets really, really hot. So I can't put anything too perishable up here because it's probably not gonna not going to last. But that's kind of where I keep some of my dishes. And I think that says gratitude, so I liked it. Stevia. And I definitely have learned that you figure out what you need along the way and not make assumptions. All right. So I found this cute little dresser. Let me see if I can pan out. I found this at Habitat when I was still in Kansas City. So it's got the 2 drawers. Excuse me, Blue. I have to open the doors up here, buddy. So down in here I keep, I do have 1 pan and a frying pan, and then my cast iron skillet. This is my Hot Logic 2 that I did a review on. Hot Logic Mini, rather. Go check that video out if you're thinking about van life. This is awesome. And then I've got some other perishables down here. I've got my protein powder. I was going to do s'mores one night. We ended up not doing them. Vinegar. I've got some paperwork back there. So that's all. And I might end up rearranging all that. I really don't know. And then I've got my jugs of water. Now I have found that I much prefer the gallon jugs. They're easier for me to handle. This is a collapsible water, a dish tub. And I don't use it that often unless I really make a lot of dishes. There's my gray water that goes from my sink. That was a little RV sink I got at Habitat as well. So I just had to cut a hole into all of this. This is, this was sticker backing, so I kind of made a backsplash. I wish I would have just painted this white because I don't like the way that looks now, but I'll probably go back when I have nothing else to do in my life and fix it. So this sink is an RV sink, and it's probably maybe 14 inches by like maybe 12 inches or something. And bought this little wire drain at, I think, Walmart. But ended up just putting regular old tubing down here, and this is my gray tank. So, of course, I use biodegradable soap so that I can, like, pour that out, or I've paid to pour it out, too, somewhere. These are baskets that screw in. So I've got that one, and then I've got this one that pulls out that's got towels and stuff in there. So that's pretty much my kitchen area. It's not a lot, but again, I am discovering that less is better. So this is kind of my little medicine chest. You guys, if you've been following me, you know I'm an herbalist, and so I have all of my herbals up here. What I use frequently. California is dry. So let me tell you, this gel is awesome. Stick it in your sinuses and bing, bang, boom, you are moisturized. This is a cute little individual blender I make my smoothies with. My protein smoothies. And they're just milk and the smoothies, but it mixes it a lot better than the shaker with the ball. And then my stuff I use frequently, like for yogurt or whatever. Glass cutting board. And then I've got this that holds, I don't know if you can see. This was originally a vase that one of my good friends gave me, Tanya. I think for one of my birthdays. But it fit really nice in there and held my utensils. River Market has a good herbal store. Absolutely. I think Nature's Own is down there now. And then also Planters is down there, and they've got some stuff. So, again, on past videos, I was initially going to have a foot pump that was going to be utilized for my water, but I would have had to attach it like somewhere down here on the floor, and so that was going to irritate me. One of the most important things is to figure out what you can deal with and what you can't. So I ended up finding this awesome beverage dispenser, and it's made like a mason jar on Amazon. It's 2.75 gallons, and then it's got the spigot. So this is just called like a gravity pull water. And so I just fill that up, and it really also helps to be mindful of the amount of water that you use, because you can't just sit and let the water run, because I'm not trying to have to go and fill that back up again. So I use that for rinsing off dishes, washing dishes, when I brush my teeth, that kind of stuff. And it's great. Love this little tea kettle. I got this from Wally, and it's a camping teapot. I think it was like $7. But isn't that cute? And it whistles. It's really awesome. So I use that to, of course, make tea, and I do boil that at night. I boil that at night for humidity, because, again, it's so freaking dry here. So Bailey says, do you keep refrigerated goods or just pantry food items? So at the beginning of the video I started, there is my cooler, and I can go back on the outside. And for right now, I have to access it from the outside. I could move this around, and I could put that cooler probably right there where Lola is, and I could move that basket over there. I don't know. It also keeps me from like snacking on stuff I shouldn't snack on, if it's on the outside. So that's where all my refrigerator stuff goes, and I'll open that up for you when I go back outside. So that's the gist of my kitchen. I mean, it's pretty small. I do have a camping burner. Okay, guys, bear with me, because I have to grab this. So here's my camping burner, and it fits really nice. I'll take it out of here. I'll put it on this glass, and it just uses the little can of butane, and that's very nice if I want to warm up soup or make hot cocoa or whatever. And again, it helps to boil the water on there as well. So that's the gist of the kitchen. Again, this was still here when they ripped everything out. So I just keep like wires in here. Oh my God, this is phenomenal. So my van has got two cigarette lighter ports. One is in use, and then one is empty. Now that one on the right I use for my fan a lot, because I know about me is I don't want to have to mess around with stuff every time I need it. So here is the plug, and so of course it plugs in there, but this is I want to say a 12-foot cord. So here's the cord, and then it circles around, it comes up. I've got it tucked below my books. It goes behind there, and then I wired it to the fan, and I want to say that it's up there somewhere. And so that's dedicated for my fan. But I said, you know what? I don't want to have to move that stuff around if I need another one. So I bought another one, and these are great. Look how long these are. So I can hook this up again to my 12 volt. Blue's getting irritated. I took his seat. Come on, get up here. Get up here. Go. Go, co-captain. So I can hook this up to the second port if I want to. It literally goes from the front of the van to almost the back of the van, because I do have a 12 volt heating pad that I use. You would be amazed at the things that you can find on Amazon that use your 12 volt plugs. Here's the heating pad. I keep it up here. So here's the heating pad. So it normally would plug in, but I plug it into the extension. And so here's my heating pad. You know, I have fibromyalgia, so muscles get tense, and so I could just lean back on my heating pad. And it comes from the front of the van all the way back here. Now I have another plug down there somewhere, but it only stays on when the van is on. So it's really kind of useless to me because if I'm parked, I can't use it. Power source. There's my Jackery. I want to say it's 240 watt. I just actually finished charging it. It also charges in the 12 volt. This is an awesome little gem. So you can turn it on and see that I'm at 98%. So you can put in, like I charge my laptop in here. And I usually don't let my laptop get down below 50% charge. So then it takes about maybe an hour and 20 minutes to charge it back up on the Jackery. But you can also have the USB ports, and then you've also got the, I don't know, whatever kind of that's called. Oh, and then also the cigarette lighter, the 12 volts. So this is awesome. Now this hooks up to the port up there, but the thing you have to be careful about is you can't let it charge too long without starting your vehicle because it will wear your battery down. Ask me how I know that. Which brings me to one of my other favorites, and I think this was in my video I did, my essentials. This is a battery charger that has been phenomenal, and I can't open it because I only have one hand. But this also charges on the 12 volt. So it's just really about being mindful about charging things and driving time and all that other good stuff. So now I've got the vinyl floor down below, and it was the little cheap 12-inch squares. But because I am not a master carpenter, I know I did some stuff wrong. And so my tiles were moving. And it was hard to keep it clean. So I bought this, I want to say it's like a 4x5 indoor-outdoor mat. And this has been awesome. This has been awesome for being able to sweep Blue's hair out. See, if we look down here, look, every day I got Blue's hair somewhere. Oh, that's the little butane that runs the camping stove. So Becky in Arizona says, I saw you on Max's stream. I'm sure he could use some of your electrical tips. Well, you know what? I will check in with him about that. Not that mine are the best, but they work for me. So I got this, and this has been a lifesaver in terms of being able to keep the floor clean. And then also I've got this for the water dish because it does kind of slop out as they're drinking. You really learn to use every nook and cranny, so that was already there, and that's a lot of Blue stuff. And that's the other half of that shoe, over-the-door shoe rack that was in the back that I showed you. So that's where I keep shoes. That is my camping toilet that has been instrumental, especially with COVID and everything shutting down. I got that cute little memory top for it so I can actually utilize it and sit on it. I sit on it and put it here, and then I'm able to lean up against that and do my work. One of the things you realize in van life is that everything has to have 2 or 3 purposes. You can't just have stuff that has one purpose because it's not going to work out. So my bed is, and of course it looks really short, but it's actually a twin size bed. I initially started with I can't get that sheet up. I started with the 3-inch foam. I've added 1.5 inches of memory foam, and I'm going to add another layer because I can feel the wood sometimes, and it doesn't make for good sleep. So this is like, it's getting hot in here. This hot air I'm blowing out talking. It's like 34 inches from here to the window, and then it's like 3 inches shy of a regular twin size bed. And then I just keep my, this is a cover. I bought this a couple years ago, and I don't remember what I bought it for, but I loved it. So I keep this on top of my covers because Blue, of course, feels like that he should be on my bedding all the time. And, you know, his feet get dirty and sandy and that kind of stuff. So I just keep that on there. And then I keep, there's his bedding. So I roll that up, his pillow. Yes, Blue has a pillow. And just some additional bedding I've got back there. Joan said, it's definitely not hot here in KC. Well, it's not hot. It's probably 64, 65, but with the van shut up and me running my mouth, it's getting hot. And then Bailey says, what are your current challenges of van life, especially in regards to the pandemic? Also, what do you love about van life? Beef Jerky said 36 in Sedalia. You know what, point taken, I will shut up. I will take it being hot in the van. Let me get through the rest of the tour, Bailey, and then I will answer those questions. So there is my heater, my little buddy. Actually, I'm gonna grab it. This has been phenomenal. So what I do is I have a box, my filing cabinet with my client folders. I put that on top of my filing box, and I have my propane tank. Now, I initially was using the little 1-gallon jobs that go on the side. You buy them at Walmart, I think a 4-pack for like 14 bucks. But that's 20 pounds of propane. That's going to last for a minute, and I don't have to be such a Scrooge and Grinch when I run my heater at night. And that just really just knocks the chill off in here, because it does get like between 45 and 50 at night, and being outside, that is definitely a little uncomfortable to wake up to. But I have learned to count my blessings that there's folks outside that make pallets on the sidewalk and are sleeping. So even if I didn't have that, I would work it out. But it has been nice to have that little buddy and have that heat that can be generated in the morning. And then I just keep my 3-gallon water jug right there that fills up my kitchen sink. And then, of course, there's my, and I'll go back outside, Bailey, so you can see the inside of that. Curtains. I made those. I bought blackout curtains, sewed them to that material. I've got magnets. I don't know if you can see. And so when they're closed, they go together, and it really helps with being stealth. Super helps with being stealth. So because I have so many windows, I don't have a lot of space for cute stuff, which kind of bummed me out. So I've had to figure it out. But my daughter bought me that Beach Please pillow. I love that. This was an area of the van that was still kind of torn apart from where they hulked everything out of here. And I just put these 2 over the door hooks there, and they work great for just holding a coat or shirt or whatever. I love these bars. This is pipe. This was actually piping that I used when I had my store, and so this was leftover. And so I use this all the time for when I do laundry. I hang up my laundry, towel to dry. This has been great. And then I have one on this side as well. And of course, it's a little bit smaller. But they have been very helpful. And of course, paper towels. Let's see. And then probably the last thing is lighting. So again, there is what you would consider to be like the overhead light. And this is operated from a remote. This is battery operated. These are 4D batteries. And I haven't even replaced them yet. So, and I use that a lot, especially now that it's dark earlier, and if I have late client appointments, the only way they can see me is if I run that light. So I took an embroidery hoop. I found a gray one. I took an embroidery hoop and put it around, and I used these little U pieces of hardware and screwed that into, this is cute wood that moves, so it's not really thick, and I painted it. And then I just took a couple of curtains and cut them up so that I could have this kind of swag drape look. And then I just recently added these lights, which I think I might have put on my Instagram stories. But they run off of the little battery packs. And that is my lighting at night. When these are on, well, I'm going to put this down and see if I can hook the lighting up so you guys can see. I took out my earphones, so I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. But just uses this battery pack, and it's got the 2 USB ports. And so, voila, I have lighting. And of course, another remote control. Who would have thought all these things would have remote controls? And so the white is super bright and really gives me a lot of lighting at night. I mean, a lot. To where I don't even have to run any of the other lights, because I do have these puck lights. I think they need batteries. That was one of the drawbacks, is that they needed batteries, and they're AAA. I've got one over there. And then I've got one there. And then I do have this one, and this takes C batteries. And it's kind of like a little reading light. So I use that one too. But when I tell you that these little twinkle lights give me enough light, they give me enough light. I am not struggling for light at night. Becky says, how long have you lived in the van? I have been living in the van full time since the first week of September. So what is that, like 3.5 months now? I'm gonna put my earphones back in so that you guys can actually hear me. Hold on one second. Okay. So yeah, I've been in the van full time. I left Kansas City the first week of September, and been full time. Made a lot of changes. Again, for those that have been following me, you know what it looked like to begin with. And I've just continued to kind of like modify as I live, and I'm like, this works, this doesn't work. Now I do have a storage unit here in California where most van lifers don't store stuff, but I still have stuff from my house that I don't want to get rid of. So this is my little mini office. This is all my client files and all the stuff I need to talk to my clients. And then Lola's kennel, and she has her box back there. And there's a couple of other small things. But this is 2x4s and 3/4. So it's really simple to make. And then I use those L brackets to keep it attached to the floor. So that's it. This is my humble little home. It's comfortable for most days. To answer your question, Bailey, I think I'm gonna turn this, well, no, wait. I'm gonna show you this cooler, Bailey, so you can see that. So most coolers are, and again, you learn a lot when you do a lot of research. Most coolers are hollow. Their walls are hollow. This is a marine cooler. I have to pull it out a little bit. And this is solid. So I created a top for this to reflect and hold it in. And so that's where I keep my food. I actually need to go get some ice. And I liked it because it had this little pull-out container. So I just buy food for a couple days at a time. Stuff that has to be kept cold. And right now, because it's not super hot, the ice will last. If I go get a block of ice, that will last for about 4 days. If I'm getting cubed ice, it lasts for maybe 2 days. All right, so I am going to turn this baby around. I think, let's see, front. Hello, here I is. All right, so what'd you guys think? Got a couple questions. Is there anybody on here that's considering van life? Bailey said, what are my challenges in regard to the pandemic and what do I love best about van life? What I love best about van life is that it really provides financial freedom to, if I want to work extra hours through the week, I can, but if I don't want to, then my existence, my shelter is not dependent upon it. I'm gonna put this down. I feel like that I'm moving. And again, I was gonna do this by the beach. And I've never done live before on YouTube, so that was like an escapade to figure that out. So definitely love the financial freedom. I love the mobility of being able to just move around. I got some repairs done last week that were kind of keeping me from being able to move around. My thermostat needed to be replaced and a couple of other things. So I got that all taken care of. So now I'm able to move around more. I'm actually planning on probably going to San Diego in a month or so. But my daughter and my grandson are in LA. So I do stick pretty close to them right now just because I love to love on some Zion. But that's what I really love about it. Challenges in the pandemic. There was a point where I could go and work at Panera. Panera was open for a little while, but Panera is now closed. Their dining room is closed. So not having a place to charge things is a challenge. The gyms are closed, so that's a challenge. I created a makeshift shower in here. I bought a spray head, and I actually have put these, let me show you up here. Got these discs up here that I put these magnetic hooks on, and I'm able to put a shower curtain up, and I can have a real front. I can have a real quick shower. It's not luxurious, but I'm able to heat the water up, and I have a sprayer, and so I'm able to do that. And of course, washing my hair is kind of old, the old-fashioned way, and you dip your head over into I've got a collapsible tub, and so I use that. So that's a challenge. The gyms are closed, restaurants are closed, but I have been able to, all the Starbucks have got Google Fiber installed, and so if you can find a Starbucks, like that's where I am now, is I'm parked outside of a Starbucks on the street, but the signal's still coming in. So I utilize their Wi-Fi to work. So that's super easy. I mean, the things that have been challenging were the restroom, which I figured out. I do compostable. The power, I'm able to use my Jackery to charge my computer. Everything else pretty much charges through my van. And being able to shower, I've got that figured out to stay clean and feel good. So that's really the challenges that I've had so far that have really stood out. But I love the fact I can move around. I love the fact that my finances are minimal. I love being able to see new spaces and people and places. So for me, it kind of balances itself out right now. Is this going to be forever? Probably not. But for right now, it's working. It's absolutely working. And I have everything I need. And that's really one of the things that I was working on with my own mental health, was being able to understand and be in the moment and not worry about what tomorrow brings. I am a huge what if person. Well, what if I need this? Well, what if this happens? Well, what if? So this process has really made me have to be in the moment in terms of like the clothing I need and the stuff I need and the items I need. And there's not big bulk shopping. Because everybody's acting stupid about toilet paper, I have toilet paper in my storage locker But of course I can't carry that with me. So and Blue's dog food, I buy that in bulk and store that there. But I don't really have a lot of challenges. I park on the street all the time, so boondocking is what I do. And I've been in communities that are super tolerant, and it really helps that your vehicle is stealth. Now, what's that going to look like when it gets hotter outside? I don't know. I've been looking into some AC units, but you know what? It's December. I don't have to worry about that today. So I don't know what that's going to look like, but that's really about it in terms of challenges and what I really enjoy and what I really like. I do wish that I had a little bit more space, like maybe the long cargo van version that gives you like maybe extra 2 or 3 feet, but this is what the universe put in my place, and whoa, and this is what I'm enjoying, and we're doing just fine in this space. That's Blue's the co-captain. Remember I told you that? Say hi, Blue. Blue wants to go for a walk. Blue always wants to go for a walk. But that's really about it. I just wanted to be able to do a live van tour because I've made a lot of changes and celebrating finally making it over that 100 subscriber hump. Seemed like it took a year. I've been doing this a year. The channel's kind of changed a little bit. Still going to be incorporating a lot of mental wellness and health and that kind of thing, but just really focusing on the peace and intersecting mental health with that every now and then. I do have some fun stuff coming up. I'm working on a journal for my clients that I'm getting ready to get published, and doing my lunch and learns on Wednesday on Instagram. That's been going about 6 weeks. So building off of that and just continuing to grow and building community. Got some stuff going on my website, so make sure to tune in. Thank you, Miss Johnson. Thank you, Greer. Appreciate it. It's been a long haul, and you know, when you get on YouTube and you start watching YouTubers, they make it look really glamorous and really, even van life, it's really glamorous and it's this and it's that. But this is hard work. I'm not somebody that like makes a video and edit a video every single day, and that's probably why I don't have the followers I have, because I do have a business I'm running as well, and I'm still trying to figure out how to incorporate the video piece into that. I am going to start doing more live streams. I'm going to do a live stream for the new year and talk about vision boards and some of the resources you can use for that, and just some ideas, and share my goals for 2021 so that you can hold me accountable, and hopefully you'll share yours with me so I can hold you accountable. But yeah, it definitely is not glamorous. Guru says, I truly enjoy the lunch and learn. Oh, thank you, honey. Those are really important to me because it's really a way to give back to the community. And I know that anxiety is one that we all struggle with on some level. And being able to have tips and understand who you are and why you are and what you do the way you do is really what I want the Lunch and Learns to be, is that place to be able to gain some additional information. And then if you need to take it a step further, then I would love to be able to talk to you and you know, see what that looks like. Becky says, looks great so far. I'll keep watching. Well, thank you, Becky. I appreciate that. It's my small little space in the world. And again, you get reality check really quick when you pass by people that are in tents, and again, people that make pallets on the ground, people that make pallets on bus stop benches, park benches. That whatever I feel like I need to complain about, I probably should just shut up, because I have a roof over my head. I'm obviously not suffering for food. I've got a lot of conveniences. Oh, one of my other conveniences is my tablet. This is how I watch. This is all my entertainment source, is my tablet. So I've got all the streaming apps on there. And this, oh my God, this is amazing. This holds your tablet or your phone And you can also, so what I do is I hook this up into the wood up there. And so then it's almost like it's a mounted TV. And then I just hook it up to my, a Bluetooth speaker so I can hear it better. So yeah, I have conveniences. I'm comfortable. I really have no complaints at all. We'll see what the next year looks like. I probably will at least be in the van through the end of 2021, and we shall see what happens beyond that. But I am excited for the 100 subscribers and going to just keep growing and moving on. Any other questions regarding van life or mental health or anything else I can answer for you? I appreciate you tuning in. My first live on YouTube. You know, YouTube makes things difficult. I had to figure out a streaming app to use because if you're under 1,000 subscribers, you can't live stream on your phone, and I didn't want to live stream on my computer because my computer needs to be charged, and I thought I was going to be by the beach, so I had to figure all that out and scramble to do this, but I'll be much more prepared when we do our next live, probably at the first of the year when we talk about vision boards, maybe next week. But I'm going to make some bracelets today, and I am going to actually head down to the beach, so tune in on Instagram for those pictures and stories. Lunch and Learn on Wednesday is going to be mental health first aid, and the week after that is how to keep your relationship spicy. I will have a guest speaker, a sex and relationship expert is going to be on, and then we'll talk about vision boards the week after that. Bailey said, is it annoying sharing a van with a dog? You know, there are times that I really wouldn't want him in my space, but on the flip side, he's also great company right now, and considering we are in a pandemic and I'm not really around anybody, he's also great company. So it's just like at home, you figure out and you learn. I mean, he's a big dog. If he were a smaller dog, it probably would be a lot simpler, but with him being bigger, sometimes we have to shift, like you go here while I do this, and you know, so like when we get up in the morning, and maybe I'll do a day in the life where I can show what like waking up in the morning looks like and go throughout the whole day. But you know, I've got to make my bed up first, and then I get his bed made up, and he gets on my bed while I'm doing that, and it can be a little tedious sometimes, but in the grand scheme of things, if that's all I have to complain about, I'm doing real good. And I thought it would be different with Lola here. My cat, she was originally supposed to be with my daughter, and she's not able to have pets where she's at, so Lola's part of our family, so I brought her in. She's actually easier to deal with in the van than Blue is, other than her escapades at night. But she usually will just curl up with me at night and go to sleep, and Blue's got his pallet on the floor with his bed, and we just keep it moving. So Joan said, that's an awesome idea for a video, even if it's a voiceover. I think I will do a day in the life. Videoing is hard work, you guys. Like, it's not only just the videoing, it's like all the editing, and being that I am a perfectionist at times, it's like, okay, it's got to have this appearance of perfection, and so that makes it more challenging. And I probably need to just loosen up and not be so conscious about like what it looks like, and just share the information. Because I think everybody should be able to be educated and have information on what this life looks like. So if you want to do this for a short period, or even like forever, then you have got multiple resources to check in with. So a day in the life, I guess I have. Joan said, yep, make it raw. LOL. Well, that is it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you tuning in. I really, really do. This is the first of many, many lives. This is the wave of the future. So I guess this will be posted once it ends, and it'll be posted as one of my regular videos. So if you know anybody that's looking at van life, tell them to tune in, especially solo van life. I do nothing but boondocking, and I can share information with them if they want it. So All right, peace. Mwah. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Take care and have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. Bye.